Friends, how are you? Hope all of you are well. তোমাদের সাথে অনেকদিন পর দেখা হচ্ছে। আজকে তোমাদের ইংলিশ ফার্স্ট পেপার একটা ক্লাস দিব ম্যাডাম। আজকে আমি তোমাদের যে আগে I have talked about the syllabus of your first paper, English first paper. Today I'll give you some important syllabuses for your final exam. And now I would like to write over here, and you will also write in your copies. So I'm writing some of your syllabus. You have letter, dialogue, story writing, and you have completing a story, describing graph chart. Graph chart I told you that I'll take a classes on graph chart, but today I would like to discussion with a chapter. Then I shall talk about a graph chart, how you have to write a graph chart. Graph chart is not so tough that you think. It's a so easier one. If you can read the graph chart and if you understand how to write a graph chart, then it will be very easy for you. Now today I'll give you some important syllabuses to memorize. Here you see I'm giving completing a story. Completing a story for your final exam. I'm giving this completing story. These are all written parts, completing a story. A liar boy, two girl, a hare and a tortoise. I have already given, and I think you have already memorized. Robert Bruce and the spider. Robert Bruce and the spider. It's the story about how a man can do what they're best. You have to try and try more, then you will success. Success doesn't come in a one day, so you have to try and try for, and then you will be succeed one day. This is the story of Robert Bruce. And now I'm giving another one, an old farmer and the importance of unity. It's a very easier one. An old farmer and the importance of unity. It's a story about the quarreling. You have read it in your lesson in class 6. That's he had 3 boys. They were always quarreling. One day the old man asked them, and he united them. Story writing is a very easier one if you know the gist. And first of all, you have to write a headline, then you have to describe the story, and after that you have to write a moral in a single line. So it's a very easy one. I'm giving another one for a hare and a tortoise. A hare and a tortoise. So a hare and a tortoise. A hare and a tortoise. So see, a hare and a tortoise. These 4 I'm giving for your memorize, and you can write yourself also. I told you that if you try to write a story yourself, what you have to do, you have to see the headline, and so you will at a glance you will think that's what is the inside of the story. A liar boy, that means once upon a time there was a boy. He was always telling liar, tiger, but there was no tiger. All the people of the neighborhood, they come, but they saw that there was no tiger. But one day when the tiger truly come, nobody didn't come to help the boy. That is the story of a liar boy. So it's very easier one. When I discuss about the story, you see, you can write yourself. You don't need to memorize hardly. You just read the story and try to write the story with a very single line, easier ones, and then you will be able to write the story yourself. Now see here the Robert Bruce I see, and an old man farmer. These 4 completing a story you have to write. I'm giving you the 4 letters to practice at home. Because you have to give the final exam, you have to sit for the final exam also. So here I am giving graph chart. This is a graph chart. You know, graph chart you can have the whole marks if you can write properly. Graph chart. Graph chart is a very easier one. Literacy rate, literacy rate. I will discuss about the graph chart. First of all, I am giving the topics. Then you have to practice over that subjects. Girls' education. Girls' education. And 3 you have students' interest in different. I'm not giving internet users in different years. Internet users is important. Internet users in different years. So number 4, the elderly people changing attitude to pass their time. Pasta. I have given you the lesson about on these topics. The elderly people, how they are changing their attitude to pass their time. So I'll discuss about it. So the elderly people, people changing their attitude, changing their attitude. What do you mean by attitude? মানে তারা কিভাবে, how they are changing their practice to pass their time, to pass their time. So I would like to, I told you that if you tell me in comments that which topics you want to, it would be better for you to discuss, then I will discuss about that chapter. When you were in regular class, I was used to do with you a single day. One day I was doing in graph chart, and another day I was doing story writing. And then I was discussing about dialogue, but you know, it's you are in, I'm in online, and you have to see only me. You can't participate with me in regular ways. So we are sorry, but what to do? There is no option, but we are trying our best, and you have to see and to read your main books, and you know you have some graph chart in your books. So if you practice the graph chart yourself, you would be able to write the graph chart. You don't need to memorize. What would be a graph chart? You know, there will be a chart. Gradually there will be a chart, and there will be a graph this way, and there will be here. So you have to write what about the changes from this. Here will be 2020, 2010, 2000, and then you write here 1995. 90. So you see here the graph chart shows that how after 10 years the people's mind changes, and how they are, I'm talking about this graph chart. So how they pass their time, that will be a graph chart. But today I don't have enough time, just I'm giving you some tips how you have to write a graph chart. This one, there will be a graph chart. So you have to write, this is a graph chart about the elderly people changing attitude to pass their time, and how they pass their time in 2020, what about 2010, 2020, 1990. Every 10 years we will see the people's mind are changing. That will be in their attitude to pass their time. It is the internet user. So one day I'll just only take classes on graph chart. Today I am giving you just some overall I am discussing, because we are having very less time. That's why you have to I'm giving the tips, and you have to take the tips also, because we don't have enough option. In next class I'll take only graph chart and a story also. And there is other things later. So later writing you have to memorize, because there is a formal things. Later writing there will be you have to mention someone. Later writing, you know how to write letter, you know it very well from class 6 you are writing. So letter writing is first one. Preparation for, you are the coming student of SSC exam. Preparation for SSC exam. SSC exam. And next one, thanking your friend for a birthday gift. Thanking your friend for a birthday gift. Thanking your friend for a birthday gift. Birthday gift. So here you see number 3, you have describing historical place. Describing a historical place. Historical place. And number 4, the importance, I am giving you 4 not 5, importance of learning English. Importance of learning English. Learning English. So you see, these are the 4 letters I am giving you for your final exam. How you know how to write a letter? First of all, you have to mention someone, you have to write the date over there, and then you start you have to say how you mention the person, how is he, and you have received his letter, his or her letter, and then you start your subject. After that you have to say goodbye, bidding them goodbye, and then we'll see you next time. I'll write you next time. No more today. Thanks to you, dear. You have to write your name, and you have to write the envelope. You have to write the address there, to, from. So I think you know the letters from very well. So I'm not discussing briefly about this, but these are the letters you have to memorize for your exam. Okay. Now I think you have already written in your papers. Now I'm giving you dialogue. Later is one dialogue. So what do you mean by dialogue? Dialogue means you have to talk, you have a conversation with a two person, two friend. So you have to dialogue. I will discuss another day about dialogue. Actually I am not having enough time to take your classes, but I tried my best to as far I can do. So if I have time, one day I'll take a class only dialogue. Dialogue is, first of all you write opening a bank account. Opening a bank account. Bank account. And you have to write another on full between you and a bookseller, buying a book. Between you and a bookseller. And a bookseller. You know who are bookseller? Jara boi bikreta kore. Bookseller, between you and the bookseller, to buy a book. To buy a book. Have you gone ever to buy a book? So I think it's a good practice to buy books. One day I'll discuss about it. Buying a book. And number 3, you write about the importance of ICT. About the importance of ICT. And number 4, describing the first day of your school. It's very easier one. Describing the first day of your school. Describing the first day at the school. So I think these are all very easier one, not too difficult for you. You are so brilliant student, I know. You can take the pressure. Are you feeling pressure? I don't think so, because you have to learn these things, then you will have the whole number, and you have to sit for exam, because final exam will be maybe in November, so you can have 2 months time. If you read regularly, you can cover up the whole subject. So what about dialogue? Dialogue, it's a conversation between 2 persons or 2 friends. If you go to a bank, if you want to open a bank account, you have to discuss with the manager, and then you have to make a conversation with the bank manager. This is the subject of this dialogue. And the second one, between you and a bookseller to buy a book, to buying a book or to buy a book. If you go to a shop of a book, so a bookshop, so if you want to buy a book, you have to how to talk with the person, how to bargain with the person. This is the topic of the subject of bookseller, dialogue about the bookseller, you and the bookseller. And number 3, about the importance of ICT between you and your friends. So you have to talk about the importance of the ICT, you and your friend. It's ICT is very important. Now we are communicating with how by the ICT. Otherwise you can't see us, or we can't communicate with you. So ICT is a place for us right at the moment. Right now the whole world is going through this ICT, and your whole lesson, university, school, college, everywhere they are using the ICT, and they are communicating, doing meetings also by the help of ICT. And this is see here that another one, describe the first day at school. This is a very easier one. You have to discuss with your friend about the first day of school, how you feel, how did you feel, and how did you see your school surroundings and your classmates, about your teachers and about your friends. You just talk about, make a conversation with your friend. So these are the dialogues that you have to memorize. I think it would be very easy for one if you follow the readings every day. It would be I don't have any doubt about your capacity, because I know if you practice regularly, you would be capable to complete the syllabus. So I would like to discuss about the scene composition, that is people so stand out. Before that, I am telling you that I have given you completing a story, 4 completing a story, 4 graph chart, and 4 letters and 4 dialogues. Every contents will remain 10 marks. So it's very important for you to learn the topics, story. You have to touch every topics, story, graph chart, letter writing, dialogue, everything. So I'm going to give a lesson about people who stand out. So let's come about that. This is a scene passage. You know what is a scene passage? Scene passage, there will be a passage. You have to read the passage very carefully. Then you have to write the question answer, choose the best answer, fill up the gaps, and there will be the reading portion. You have to rearrange, and then there will be a fill up the gaps by seeing that, and then you have to write summary also. there will be a 50, there will belong 50 marks. Now I am telling about people who stand out. Today our lesson will be Zainul Abidin and the great artist. Zainul Abidin and the great artist. And the great artist. Listen, if you read the first paper carefully, it would improve your English capability, and your word stocks will be more and more. Then you can write something yourself. That's why you have to read the first paper yourself. No, without any help, and you take a dictionary with you. I told you that you should buy a dictionary, small dictionary, and you should practice to see the dictionary. And now today our subject will be Zainul Abidin and the great artist. You know who was Zainul Abidin? Zainul Abidin was a very famous painter of our country, and when he was born, you know, he has a very famous picture. That's it was hungry people. They are having food with crow, cows, crow, dogs, and this is his famous painting. You can see this one is famous painting, and this one also picture 2, and there is a picture 3. The people are dying without any food. So Zainul Abidin was the artist of people's life, who sees the people are suffering, they are not having their food, they are struggling in the state. That is the Zainul Abidin. So you see who was he, when did he born? Here we will read about him. The pioneer of Bangladesh art, modern art, Abidin is widely acclaimed for the Bengali famine sketches, and his sketches very famous, and he made it famous in the world because of his style. Through the series of sketches, Zainul not only documented the harsh famine of 1943, but also shows its sinister face through the skeleton figures of the people destined to die starvation in a man-made plight. You see what is saying? The people made man-made hungriness. The people were struggling. They are not happy. Some people were having lot of people, some people were struggling to have their food with the dogs, with the cows. You have seen in the picture, and Zainul Abidin sketches the figures, the pictures, and that made him famous because he was so sorrowful for the people. He felt their struggle, and he felt their sorrowness. That's why he drawn the sketches, and in the world his sketches are very famous, became very famous. And you see, he depicted this extremely shocking picture with the human compassion, and the whole world become aware what is happening there, why people are suffering. That's why the sketches, one picture can say a lot of words. Just only a picture can say a lot of words itself. Zainul Abidin took the space and he told the stories with only a single picture. He made his own ink by burning charcoal and used cheap ordinary packing paper of sketching, using the ink and applying the brush where necessary. And he sketches with pencil, charcoal. What is charcoal? Koila diye eta kora hai, and there is he uses brushes also. So and also he used cheap ordinary packing paper for his sketches. What is the ordinary paper? Like newspaper, he uses for his sketches. He was a born artist. Zainul developed, Zainul Abidin's museum there is at Sonargaon. If you go there, you'll see he has a sculpture of a man pulling the cows. Men are pulling the cows, and they are struggling from muddy places. The people are trying to take off the card of cows, and the people were very struggling. If you go to Sonargaon, you will see the sculpture. Zainul Abidin developed a knack for drawing and painting when he was a high school student. You see, when he was only a high school student, then he started drawing. After completing high school, he took admission in the Government School of Art, Calcutta, now Kolkata. He went to Kolkata and he joined he admitted there, and he studied there. He graduated with the first position in first class in 1938. He was appointed teacher of the art school while he was still a student there. When he was a student, his teacher admitted him to take classes over there. He also attended the Slade School of Arts, London during 1951 and 52. He was also took classes in London during at the School of Slade during 1951 to 52. Zainul Abidin is considered the founding father of Bangladeshi art. He was a founding father of Bangladesh. ताके बोले है जे he and you know now this is the art college. Art college started by with his hand. He started the college. It was before institute. That is under the part of Dhaka University. He was an artist of outstanding talent. You know, Zainul Abidin, when he started the institution, it was very small one, and very less students were eager to learning the painting. But he started it, and day by day it became a huge, art college, then it became an institute. Now it's part of a university, and there is a dean also. There is a huge student, and there's a lot of part painting, sculpture, and the other parts that you have. If you want to admit in the fine arts department, you have to give exam with the other students of Dhaka University, and you have to give 2 exams. That is, first of all, you have to sit for written, and then you have to sit for drawing, and then you have to go for oral exam also. So that is going to be too tough to admit it in art college. So you see, Zainul Abidin considered founding father of Bangladesh art. He was an artist of outstanding talent and earned international reputation. Already he earned lot of reputation. You know what is reputation? খ্যাতি. And earned অর্জন করেছিল. So for his artistic and visionary qualities, ওর যে সৌন্দর্য, artistic visionary qualities, he is referred to Shilpacharya, meaning great teacher of art in Bangladesh. They told him that he had the Shilpacharya. You know what is Acharya? Acharya means was the he has a place for the whole students of the art institutes, or those who are go for painting or go for drawing. They have to know Zainul Abidin. He is the Acharya, and he was the principal of the first art school at Dhaka. I told you, in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, that is art college now. It's under Dhaka University. He organized the Nabanno Harvest exhibition in 1969. He started Nabanno exhibition. You know what is Nabanno exhibition? When the Hemant season come, autumn season come, people started to harvest their ripe paddy, and people on that time, village people started to make pitha, pulis, and other things. So it's like a festival. So Zainul Abidin made a exhibition on Nabanno. The exhibition includes a 65-feet long scroll portraying the rural East Pakistan in phases from abundance to poverty. This is a very great work. You see, he on that time it was East Pakistan. Once upon a time we were under Pakistan. It was East Pakistan, and that was West Pakistan. He started to show the struggles of East Pakistan. They are very poor, they are not having enough education, the rural people starving themselves, so under poverty. And the intensified exhibition was symbolic of the Bengali artist protest and milestone in our struggle, struggle for cultural and political freedom. This is the first step of Zainul Abidin, that the painters started to show their struggles against the power and against the repression what the West Pakistan was doing. And you see, Zainul's dynamic style of work is evident in a 30-feet long scroll painting called Monpura, which was done to commemorate the death of hundreds and thousands of people in the devastating cyclone of 1970. And তোমরা জানো 1970 সালে একটা দুর্ভিক্ষ হয়েছিল, that is cyclone, lots of people get died and people were not having food, they were starving, and he designed the pages of constitution and he drawn sketches and he made up exhibition, so that the world of the people become aware what's happening on East Pakistan. He designed the pages of constitution of Bangladesh. Bangladesher যে সংবিধানের constitution সেটা ডিজাইন করেছিলেন তিনি. He founded the folk art museum at Chunarga. I told you before this, if you go Chunarga you can see his museum. And also Zainul Abidin Sanggrohshala, there is a museum where you can see his belongings and other things, his paintings on Chunarga. A gallery of his own works in Moyamensingh in and also Zainul Abidin Sanggrohshala, a gallery of his own works in Moyamensingh. Moyamensingh there is another Sanggrohshala of his work. The river Brahmaputra played a vital role in his paintings and was a source of inspiration. You know what is inspiration? উনি প্রণোদনা পেয়েছেন, নিজের ভেতর একটা অনুপ্রেরণা পেয়েছিলেন because of what? Brahmaputra river. A series of watercolors that Zainul Abidin did at his tribute to the river earned him the Governess Gold Medal in an All India exhibition in 1938. And his watercolor, তার একটা watercolor Governess Gold Medal পেয়েছিল All India exhibition. All India, Bharat, Pakistan, Nepal, Burma, including all, he earned the gold medal because of his painting. This was the first time that he came into spotlight, and he came into spotlight. Everyone started to knowing him, who was Zainul Abidin, what is he doing, why he is so famous, and he became he had getting the confidence to create his own visual style, and he started to work in his own way. Zainul Abidin was born in Kishoreganj on 29 December 1914, died in Dhaka at 28 May 1976. I think you have understand what I told, that's Zainul Abidin's life, Zainul Abidin's struggle, and how he started to fight with his paintings, and how did he famous, how did he made an institute, and people also gave him the honor, তাকে সম্মান জানিয়েছিল এবং তিনি সেই সম্মানের যোগ্য ছিলেন. সো জাইনুল আবেদিন তার স্কেচ, তার পেইন্টিং, তার চারকোল, আর তোমরা আই থিঙ্ক তোমাদের মধ্যে কেউ সাম অফ ইউ লাইক টু ড্র পেইন্টিং স্কেচেস. সো if you try to practice yourself, one day maybe you would be an artist. So if you try, you can be famous also. I'm sure some of you are doing so. And there is a question answer I'm giving you, so you have to write some words and try to write the meaning also. I'm giving you here. We are learning some new words. What are the new words? You see, new words from here. You see here, famine. You have to write the meaning and the documented, and then you have to write skeletal, and there are other things, outstanding, reputation, reputation. So you have to write this verse, and there is the other verse I'm giving to give you here. That is tribute. Tribute. So these words you write, you just find out from your, write in your copies, and you try to find out the meaning from your dictionary. Dictionary. I told you, you should always keep a dictionary with you. I'm not giving you the meaning over here because it's your work. Famine means documented, skeletal, reputation, tribute. It's your work. And I'm giving you some question answer. You have to write here also. Question answer. Question answer. Number one. Write the detail how. Who? I'm giving you a very easier one. Who was Zainul Abidin? Zainul Abidin. Why he was famous? Why was he famous? How did he become famous? How did he become famous in all India? All India. What did makes him Acharya? Acharya. You know what is the meaning of Acharya? You have to write. What is Acharya? In Shilpacharya. Shilpa. Shilpa. You have to write Shilpacharya. Shilpacharya. So this question answer you have to write, and also you have to write the summary. And I'm giving you. So you write, and I'm giving more another one. Number 3, 4. Write the summary of. Write the summary of Zainul Abidin. Write the summary of Zainul Abidin. Zainul Abidin. Abidin, the great artist. Great artist. We have read about these topics, so it will be tough for you. So you have to write the summary on these topics. We have learned about Zainul Abidin, and we discussed about the topics. So you have to write these things, and it will be easy for you. And do the other things also. Fill up the gaps and rearrange, and other things you will practice at your home. And you have a passage, a seen passage and unseen passage in your books, and there in the Zainul Abidin passage. So you have to see that, and you have to practice all things, rearrange, summary, fill up the gaps, choose the best answer, that things also. So today I think this contents and this class also helpful for you. And today I'm going to finish over there, and I hope this would be helpful for you. Thank you to all of you. See you in the next class. Goodbye to the students, and